们，今天是2020年11月5日的晚上7点30分。我们现在所在的地点是乔治亚州的巴克。今天，川普的儿子即将要来到这里展开新闻发布会。我们可以看到，这里聚集了非常多的川普支持者，川普的支持车甚至也来了。ATV 亚特兰大华语电视台为您带来现场报道。God bless Trump! God 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 bless Trump!
Don Jr. is here with us tonight.
Well, thank you everyone there, but thank you everyone here. Well, Vernon and Doug, thank you for your incredible steadfast resolve as it relates to getting this right, and that's what we want. We do want a fair election. We want all legal votes counted. But it's shocking to me, and I'll let you guys talk Georgia because you understand what's going on the ground here, but I've been watching this all over the country. When I hear there's a deadline, and then magically boxes appear later, we know that's against the law, but you get in front of a Democrat judge in a Democrat city with Democrat control, and it's okay. Then, before you can contest it, they throw those ballots in one big box. Now you can't tell which one is accurate and which isn't. I think the Democrats are used to this from a Republican Party that hasn't had a backbone. You're not going to see that this time around. That party is gone, and anyone that doesn't fight like that should go with it. And I think I actually tweeted this earlier today, but when I look at these examples, and it's not just in Georgia, when I look at Philadelphia, I mean, think about it. They're putting up pizza boxes on windows to prevent people from watching. You have James O'Keefe getting it on video where they're doing it in Michigan. You have example after example. Notice how it only breaks one way? So Donald Trump gets a historical percentage of minority votes. And there are counties where between 75, 100,000, in some cases, I guess there's 123.5 thousand ballots show up. Not one single Trump voter. They also happen to be ballots that don't talk about any of the races other than president. Does anyone believe that this is possible? No! Because it's not. It's a statistical impossibility, and yet it's happening not just once, but over and over again. This is the kind of nonsense that has to stop. When they're suing, and a judge allows Republican watchers to come in, and they say you have to stand 12 feet away, then they have to bring binoculars. They can't actually observe. Think about how insane that is. So they sue to get closer access. The Democrat Party then blocks watchers. They sue again to prevent people from being able to watch what's going on. I wonder why. Because I can't think of a possible reason other than they plan on cheating. Just like we've seen throughout the country where the Democrat big push for absentee ballots was to make sure that the signature on that ballot does not have to match the signature on the record of that voter. Obviously. And so when we see that, we assume what we've all known for so many years. But I think the number one thing that Donald Trump can do in this election is fight each and every one of these battles to the death so that we get full transparency in the process. And everyone on the Democrat side should welcome this unless they're actually cheating. Because if they're winning these things fair and square, then everyone would love to know that, because me as an American, I'd like to know that because I've lost all faith in the process. And when I see millions of Americans that feel the same way and have no faith in the process, just assume that, hey, guess what? You know those ballots are going to magically show up. Just like they did, right? You saw that line on the curve up north? 100% of votes. I went to sleep. I woke up 2 hours later after not sleeping for 3 days. I said, that's amazing, 130,000 votes. Not one of them for Donald Trump. No one believes that this is real. And for us to have faith in the Republic, we need transparency in the process. And so what I can promise you this is, everyone knows it, Donald Trump is a fighter. And we're going to fight each and every one of these. Georgia, it's going to be important. And I'm excited to have these guys on our team, as well as Kelly Loeffler and the others that are going to be coming down to be a part of this. David Perdue, all of these people that are Georgia guys that understand what's happening here, they're a part of this team, because guess what? You're going to have another election here in about 2 months that could decide the fate of the United States Senate. So we're going to be watching this nonsense, because everyone knows what's going on. Everyone understands it. And the media, who, let's not kid ourselves, have given up the pretense of objectivity to be cheerleaders for the left, they're going to go nuts. But Donald Trump is going to fight each and every one of these things so we have a fair election, regardless of that outcome. Americans need to know that this is not a banana republic. And right now, very few people have faith that that's not the case. That should scare all of us. It should scare all of us. If this was going on in another country, if this was going on in a third world country, they would be screaming to the high heavens. When it's happening right here in America, and not just in Georgia, but in all over the place, but primarily in Democrat cities with Democrat control, Democrat judges, this cannot be a one-sided system. This cannot be democracy only when we win. That doesn't work that way. We've been seeing it for far too long, and I think, like many things, Donald Trump is going to be the guy to open the door to get the transparency that America wants and that America and our democracy deserves. So thank you very much for being here. I look forward to being in the battle. It's going to be a long and fun one. Thank you, guys.
Stop the steal!